Okay, welcome back. We are at day 2 of Give Life Week 2020.
2020!
We are Andy and Beth Long, and we are here with Emma and Amy, and we're so excited to hear about their experience with YFC. So let's start. Emma, what has 2020 looked like for you?
It's been a roller coaster, like ups and downs. I started up at school for getting my GED because I didn't drop out, but I stopped going whenever I had my son in 2018. And then I started going back last year, and then COVID hit. And then, so we were kind of off about that for a while. And we did the Zoom calls for a while, and then I actually went back to school, and so that's definitely an up thing that's happened this year.
Can you tell us a little bit more about maybe some bright spots? You had mentioned getting back in the classroom in person was bright. Any other bright spots from 2020?
Definitely like watching my son grow up and doing like getting more activities, like finding more activities and stuff to do with him and keep him occupied.
How did you get connected with YFC Parent Life?
So actually, when I got pregnant with my son in 2018, I had a school counselor. He actually helped me with Rosanna and told me about Parent Life. And then I think that following week, I went to my first Parent Life meeting before I was even had my first ultrasound. But I found out I was pregnant pretty late. And then I had my son, and it's like a thing that him and I do together. And he gets to play with his friends, and I get to, hang out with my friends, and so it's just a good group.
Emma, how would you say that Youth for Christ has impacted you?
Like definitely having somebody that I can always talk to, whether I want to announce to the whole group or just that I can trust like one person, like one member there. It's usually like one of the helpers and volunteers that I talk to, and like I know that it'll keep us between us two, and it won't go out anywhere, and it's definitely a safe place.
Amy, what's your involvement with Parent Life?
So I started in Parent Life in March, right before the COVID hit with all the restrictions. So I attended one meeting and I was so excited, and then COVID hit. So it's been a little bit crazy and inconsistent, but it's been a rich experience so far. Just going to a few of the meetings with the girls and their children, and seeing that the girls who have been involved for a couple years are really close. Like they know each other's children, they know each other, they support each other, and watching those relationships with the volunteers, the adult volunteers, has been really exciting. And I think after the first meeting, I had texted a couple of the volunteers and said how awesome it was that the girls were able to talk about the relationship with God so openly and confidently in a group. It's a small group of 3 or 4 girls usually at a time, but they're comfortable with that, and that's unique, and it's very special.
What's a current or a unique struggle that you're facing?
In 2016, I had a house fire. It actually started at the end of the house, and everyone was safe. We had lost a dog from smoke inhalation. And the house was fixable from the walls in. So it was like one big room, and it took 2 years for our insurance and stuff to get through and rebuild it.
And you lost your ID in that?
Yes, I lost everything. We lost everything.
Man, I having to go back and try to reapply for all that.
We're going to work on that together, and trying to get her Social Security card and birth certificate so that she can get her driver's license and move on.
Thank you again.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you, Amy and Emma, for joining us today to talk about Parent Life with Youth for Christ. This has been such a great conversation. I love learning more about both what you guys do and what Youth for Christ has done for you. So thank you so much for joining us.